Hey guys, welcome to Pillar 3 Coaching Packaging. Now, at the end of this, you're going to learn how to create world-class package. And you're also going to understand why it's important. It's going to allow you to be more creative, innovative. Again, you're going to build and generate wealth and grow your company, which is really, really important. So we've touched on income streams in some of our other webinars and modules. Now, you need to start to gear around income streams, monopolizing your content and monetizing your niche ability to change people's lives in multiple formats. So, for example, we're going to talk about your coaching packages specifically. Now, we've already talked about CDs, DVDs, workbooks, workshops, webinars. Now, we're sort of going to go into the intricacies of this and how you can start to look at your coaching package and what you're going to offer. So, here's 3 examples. You have the Ultimate Performance Package, $2,000. That includes 10 one-on-one coaching sessions, including a breakthrough and a clarity, email support, and Facebook messaging. Below that, you have the Human Conditioning Package, $1,400. 6 one-on-one coaching sessions, including a breakthrough session and email support. If you notice a difference, it's cheaper in price. Instead of 10, you get 6 sessions. You don't get a clarity. You don't get Facebook messaging. Then we have the Foundation Package, a cheap option, $900, 4 one-on-one coaching sessions. So some people that can't afford the $2,000 or they're committed or they don't have the mindset, that's okay. We have the Foundation Package where you're adding value at them and there's less risk for them, $900. Some people may just want a conditioning package, not the Ultimate Performance Package. Again, there's another option for them, option 2. So each of these are all targeted towards your niche. So they're not in different courses. One's not a personal training one, and one's a mindset one, and one's a relationship course. They're all the same niche, broken down into 3 different succinct packages that you can use because it offers people different entrance points and it offers people different reference points within your systems and structures. It's a really good way to ensure that you can cover all angles and bases with people, demographic, and their ability or their access to income. So coaching best practice methodologies. We have a couple, face-to-face, telephone, email coaching. I don't do email coaching. I want to preface that because I just find that it's not the way the Human Effect operates. We're a very interactive, personable company. So we don't do any email coaching. Yes, we use email for not connecting, but for communicating. Yeah, but we do not do email coaching. We purely do face-to-face, telephone, or we build online programs. So one-on-one face-to-face coaching, there's a lot of pros and cons with this. Obviously, the pros are you can read body language, you can build and establish rapport. And a lot of you guys are getting into programs where there's a lot of sensitivities around your offerings. Now, for that, you really need to build trust with people. So therefore, one-on-one, face-to-face coaching is absolutely imperative because if you can't build trust and establish rapport with your clients, you're not going to win and succeed. So depending on your niche, they're going to want one-on-one face time. This also gives you the ability to read their body language. They can read yours. It gives you the ability to really understand more about your client, the difficulties of it, the complexities. When you ask them a question, they take a big sigh, they look up, they're thinking. When they take a big sigh, they're stressed. You can really start to establish a better rapport with that. Now, I guess the downside of one-on-one is it takes time. Now, with that, if you're dedicating to one-on-one, how many sessions can you do a day? You can't be doing this for 8 hours a day. So you might be doing 2 or 3 sessions a day and that's it. Maybe you are doing 8 hours a day, but that's 8 hours of pretty emotional coaching and mentoring, which will take it out of you. So we need to start to think about that. One-on-one is great for money because you can charge a lot. This is one-on-one personal time with you, an absolute beast and weapon as a coach or mentor. Some people can charge $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 an hour. You're probably going, oh my God, really? Yes, absolutely. We charge a lot for one-on-one time because it's there. It's one-on-one. It's purely focused on that one individual. Some people want that. That's great. They pay for that. Telephone coaching, as I said, we don't do lots of this. Now, yet we do our clarity and breakthrough sessions with telephone coaching, but I don't have paid clients that I do telephone coaching with. I do checkups and I do accountability sessions, but I don't go, okay, you're going to have 6 sessions on the phone with me. We don't really do that. But again, the pros are it's flexible, it's dynamic. You can do it from wherever. You can do lots of different people. There's no travel time. There's no travel expenses. So it's quite an effective way of doing things. You might add telephone coaching into your package. as an access, but not a primary methodology. The negatives of telephone coaching, you don't build real connection and rapport unless you FaceTime. If you FaceTime, then you can see them. You can really build connection. You can look at their body language, look at their stress, look at their complexities of how they're at. So telephone coaching is good because it has a lot of flexibility for you. I don't think it provides the same level of results as one-on-one, like in person. However, next to it, it's great for you and your exposure and your time. If you're going to do telephone coaching, really tune into people's auditory. So really, really listen. Listen when they take a big breath or a sigh. Listen, laugh when they laugh. Breathe when they breathe. Sounds crazy, but that's modeling behavior. So if you're going to do telephone coaching, you need to be so present. Be there. Listen absolutely intently. Don't do it with things everywhere. Be quiet. Really, really important. We have email coaching. I don't do any of this. I don't email coach. For me, email coaching can be good, but you can't really charge a premium for email because you lose connotation, you lose body language, you lose rapport, you lose connection. Messages can be misconstrued. I don't do any email coaching at all. The reason for it is those that I just mentioned. Context is gone. There's no relationship. There's no emotional connection. You're using an irrational tool for a rational conversation. I don't do it. I use it as a means to deliver information, PDFs, extra content, book sessions, etc. However, I don't use it as a coaching methodology. You can do workshops. Workshops are great. It's interactive, it's fun, it's dynamic, one to many, meaning you, one, many clients, 10, 15, 20, 30, 100. All you need is one at the start and you're winning. Do an hour workshop, 2 hour workshops. They're really, really good. They're fun, they're interactive. You start to really know and understand your clients. You're building connection, you're establishing rapport. It's an awesome way to generate income and really connect with your audience. Downsides is can be costly, not as time effective. Until you become really, really known, your prices will be reasonably down. So you might be running a day or a couple of hour workshop for maybe $49 each. If you only get 3 or 4 or 5 people rock up, you might only be getting $200 or $300 for 4 or 5 hours work, which you might think is a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of workshops and coaching and mentoring, it's not. But all you need is one person, change their life. Workshops are great. I love doing workshops. But again, this is where if you have different income streams, this is just one dimension, and this is a cool dimension. So check out workshops. Webinars are great, one to many. Doesn't take too much time. You can do it in your living room. Again, you can add all these into your products at different areas. Okay, but webinars are great. You can do screen recording where they can look at your screen. They can look at your webinar. You can be delivering information one to many. It's a really, really effective way to really communicate to the masses. Now, depending on the way you set it up, I typically do it so people can't speak. So it's not interactive because when that happens, if you have 5 or 6 people on the line, you get that, what, huge, and so like people jump in, you can lose the real flow of the conversation. So when I do webinars, typically people comment in Facebook and I'll go through their comments. So it's me directing traffic. It's me directing information flow. It's not like stagnated or disjointed with people butting in all the time. Now, if I'm going to have less than 4 people on the webinar, I'll sometimes make it interactive where they can speak, but any more than 4, I just feel that the conversation gets lost and there's no flow. But otherwise, webinars are great for releasing information to many people. The one big thing I do is an online program. They're great. In 2016, the biggest GDP was online education. It far superseded all academic institutions across the world. People are online. People want access now. They want it immediate and fast. Give it to them. Online programs are where it's at. But it's always a good mix. I don't do set and forget. I'm very interactive with my people. So therefore, it's not like, here's a log on, see you later. Now you're probably thinking with all this, how do I get paid? How does the coach or mentor get paid? Simply hourly. You do one-on-one coaching, you charge $1,000 an hour, $500 an hour. You might set people up on a monthly retainer. Okay, your 10 coaching sessions are going to happen over 3 months. So each month you pay a $1,200 retainer. So over 3 months, do the math, $3,600 for 3 months. Your workshops, you charge a fee for each per person. $49, $99, $500, $1,000, $10,000 per person. Whatever it might be for you and your time, depending on your experience. Online programs, you charge for the program. $3,000 program for 6 months. $2,000 for 10 weeks. Whatever it is, you charge for that program. Now, in that online program, depending how expensive it is, the more you charge for your program, the more one-on-one time people want. Anything less than $1,000, Typically, if you're a professional coach, you wouldn't be giving any one-on-one time because your product value doesn't allow for the economics. What do I mean by that? If your program is $10,000 and people for $10,000 want time with you, if it's less than 1,000, you're a highly skilled, proficient coach. They wouldn't get any time with you. They might get emails, or they might get a junior consultant, or they might get some documentary or some readings that you give them, and that's it. So depending on your skills and your experience, will predicate how much you charge for that. Now the key thing here is to remember that you always must deliver awesome, nothing less. Because if you're not delivering awesome, then why is someone with you? If you're not changing their life, why would they want you as their coach or mentor? So if you're ever sitting there and you're tired and you can't be bothered, or you're stressed or fatigued and you do something half-assed, just think, am I happy to give half-assed to my clients? Because if the answer is yes, then reconsider your job because you're not adding value. If you've chosen a career path where you add value to people and humanity consistently no matter what, your job is to then deliver awesome, nothing less. I mean this, success is predicated on your commitment and delivering awesome. Why wouldn't you deliver awesome? Be your best version and deliver epic, epic shit. Anyway, legends, that's it for me. Have a think about this. Now, as I said, you can add all these into one program. You can have an online program with one-on-ones at the start, structure sessions, email, telephone, face-to-face, webinars. You can add that into your package. Just remember that one-on-one should be expensive. Email should be cheap. Okay? Your one-on-one time with people should cost a lot because that's one-on-one direct time. Your programs should be a mix of telephone, one-on-one, webinars. Okay? Because webinars one-to-many in your program. That's how you connect and build rapport with them. You should also do sessions with them at the start. So look at these different options and think about how can I apply this to one epic package. Remember, develop 3 packages. For now, focus on one, but then as you get a bit more mature in this process, speak to me about, Rob, how can I now monopolize this? Great, no dramas. We'll step you through it. We'll step you through what is required, the marketing, the chunking it down to simplify it all. Just remember you have options. There's no right or wrong. There's no perfect. There's no failure. Perfect doesn't exist. Either does failure. Don't strive for perfect. Don't get freaked out by failure. Start to plan. Be creative. Be innovative. It's a good process because this allows you the freedom and flexibility to create what you want. Be creative and innovative and love every second of it. Rock and roll.